For the first time, men and women have collectively agreed that Angel Reese was tripping when she got fouled by Caitlin Clark, even though Angel Reese caused the first foul. You see, after Angel Reese fouled Shawty trying to get the ball, but Shawty ain't getting mad, the minute Caitlin Clark reached for that ball, she want to flop to the floor and try to throw hands. Like, what you trying to throw?
Angel Reese shoved Natasha Howard, clear, physical, and intentional. But minutes later, she transformed into basketball's most dramatic victim after Caitlin Clark committed a routine tactical foul. That moment exposed a glaring double standard. When Reese gets physical, it's shrugged off. When Clark plays smart, strategic basketball, suddenly it's a scandal, dissected from every camera angle like a crime scene.
Then when you look up close and personal, you see it was a basic foul. They gave her a flagrant foul for this. How? That baby had foul, bruh. You about to throw hands and crash out about that foul? Not to mention, she hit the ball. You decide to go flop over, trying to pull a LeBron James. No disrespect to the GOAT, but I'm happy that majority of men and women collectively agree on the internet that Angel just got a problem with Shawty for no reason at this point, bro. Like now,
if basketball had a selective memory hall of fame, Angel Reese would be a first ballot inductee, the platinum plaque. Did anyone catch that so-called love tap she gave Natasha Howard? And by love tap, I mean a full-on shove that would make an NFL lineman nod in approval. It was blatant. Reese charging through with her arms like a battering ram, while the refs must have been off on a group coffee break. What followed? Crickets. No whistle. No replay. Just silence, as empty as an Angel Reese preseason game crowd. Not even a hint that, hey, maybe turning a teammate into a human bowling pin isn't in the basketball handbook.
Rebecca Allen goes up for a shot. I believe that's Rebecca Allen. Angel Reese pushes Natasha Howard in her back. Angel Reese shoves Natasha Howard in her back. That's how Angel Reese gets her rebounds. I'm not sure if you guys paid attention to last year. Not all her rebounds. I got to give credit. She hustles. She does. She's got the motor. But Angel Reese is famous for the nice little, out my way, girl. Let me grab that rebound. It's a foul every time, but she's famous for it. Caitlin Clark sees this push. Points at the referee. Hey, yeah.
This wasn't some harmless bump. It was a demolition derby move pretending to be basketball positioning. Angel Reese wasn't defending. She was starring in her own personal WWE Royal Rumble, and Natasha Howard, just the unlucky contestant getting tossed over the top rope. Let's be real, this wasn't incidental contact. It was intentional, obvious, and about as subtle as a fireworks display in a library. And yet, nothing. No whistle, no review, just silence from the officials like it.
Caitlin did take a take foul, did try to prevent the easy basket. That is indeed the case. Though in the midst of that, of course, I think there was a little extra spice put on it because Reese had shoved Natasha Howard right before that, and Caitlin saw it. It was right in front of her face. Reese shoved Howard in the battle for the rebound. And then Reese was definitely heated. I mean, there's no question about that. And
Angel Reese saw Natasha Howard as an obstacle, so she did what any totally reasonable pro would do, bulldozed through her like a toddler going for the last cookie. The refs must have been watching a different game, maybe a high-stakes match of invisible checkers in the third row, because they somehow missed a shove so obvious it could popped up on Doppler radar. But hey, why blow the whistle when you can just pretend it didn't happen? That's the Angel Reese special. Commit the foul, dodge the consequences, then act utterly shocked when anyone dares to touch you later.
Was it a flagrant one? I don't think so. I think it was just a hard foul. And I think Angel Reese overreacted. And to me, Angel Reese gotta stop this role. Like, you're not a villain, you're not that. Honestly, she to me is like that bully that will always give you a hard time until you punch him in the nose. That's Angel Reese. That's Angel Reese, bro. She needs to worry about learning how to win too, because I really believe the real reason why she got mad, for two reasons. The person who fouled her is Caitlin Clark, and she got a lot of resentment for her. And also, she's embarrassed. Her team is getting annihilated by the Fever. The Fever straight dogged them, destroyed them, and she's mad that she's losing, and she felt embarrassed.
When Angel Reese shoved Natasha Howard, it wasn't just a physical play. It was another chapter in her ongoing game of, let's see what I can get away with. And the refs? They didn't just let it go. They practically handed her a get-out-of-foul-free card and tossed in a complimentary shoulder rub. Howard? She just kept it moving, wearing the look of someone who's been cut off in traffic but has places to be. No whistle, no review, no slow-mo close-up of Angel's face to spark a Twitter meltdown. Just business as usual, if usual means calling the game based on jersey numbers instead of rules. You really have to admire the selective physics of women's basketball when Angel Reese is involved. When she pushes, it's called competitive spirit. Nothing to see here. Newton's laws are apparently out to lunch. An object in motion stays in motion, unless Angel Reese touches it. Then, physics takes a coffee break. But when someone dares to brush against the Behar Barbie, suddenly we're dealing with seismic activity. Replay monitors fire up like it's the Super Bowl. Refs go full hawk mode. Commentators break out telestrators like they're analyzing moon landings. Angel can hand out contact like Halloween candy, but the second it's returned, she's down like she's auditioning for a Shonda Rhimes drama. If inconsistency were an Olympic sport, gold, medal, locked.
Okay. Fever fans, way to boo. Warms my heart. As a Yankee fan, as an Eagles fan, it warms my heart listening to you guys rain down some boos. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Then came Caitlin Clark, basketball's blonde bombshell of buckets, committing what might go down as the most overanalyzed tactical foul in WNBA history. Was it a foul? Sure. Was it flagrant? Not even close. It was by the book. The kind of play you show in basketball 101. Stop the fast break, take the foul, move on. Nothing dirty, just smart. A simple equation. Trade one foul to stop 2 easy points. Clark did the math faster than a Vegas oddsmaker on Red Bull. But you wouldn't know it from Angel Reese's reaction. She hit the floor like she'd just taken a WWE chair shot, arms flailing, spinning like a washing machine on heavy duty. Someone get her an Oscar nomination because that fall had more drama than half the movies at last year's awards.
Then when you look up close and personal, you see it was a basic foul. They gave her a flagrant foul for this. How? That baby had foul, bro. You about to throw hands and crash out about that foul? Not to mention, she hit the ball. You decided to go flop over, trying to pull a LeBron James. No disrespect to the GOAT. But I'm happy that majority of men and women collectively agree on the internet that Angel just got a problem with Shotty for no reason at this point, bro. Like now, it's just a one.
Clark watched it all unfold with the look of someone who ordered a small coffee and got handed the keys to a yacht. She knew exactly what she did. A textbook intentional foul to stop a fast break. Simple, strategic, routine. But suddenly, it was being treated like the basketball version of a true crime documentary. Let's be real. Clark's foul was the equivalent of a parking ticket, a small infraction, a smart, veteran move. Reese, she reacted like someone handed her divorce papers at her own birthday party. There was nothing dirty about it. It was smart basketball. Jordan did it. Kobe did it. LeBron still does. Every great with a pulse and a basketball IQ has used a tactical foul. It's baked into the game, like squeaky sneakers and overpriced nachos. Clark didn't throw an elbow. She didn't knock Reese to the floor. She made just enough contact to stop the play. That's it. That's the crime. Meanwhile, Reese's earlier shove on Natasha Howard had all the grace of a bulldozer in a boutique. No strategy, no purpose, just raw force to get someone out of her way. But the real story? It's not about the fouls. It's about the reactions. Clark owned hers and moved on. Reese? She sold the contact like she was starring in a medical drama.
WNBA? Y'all seen Caitlin Clark, the face of the league? She owns Angel Reese, and it's not even close. Yeah, y'all seen Caitlin Clark, aka CC, put on them weight gains. Y'all seen them muscle them guns? Yeah, I need some tickets to that gun show. Real talk. Angel Reese flipping and flopping like Flipper. Man, play ball. That's the reason why you got blue eye. I'll tell you the reason why she got blue eye. She too busy worried about a podcast and wearing Daisy Dukes, looking like a thotty. Know what I'm saying? Flirting with all these dudes and going to Caicos, Cancun, Turkey, wherever, Dubai, instead of getting in the gym working on her shot, cause she can't make her layup